Welcome to Tiger Stadium tonight. The Delta Panthers come to Tiger Stadium for a great football game. Right now, TV5 is filming the senior night, recognizing fall sports here at Liberty Center, including cheerleaders and whatnot. So enjoy it as we will.
Teresa and Dan Burmeister. Katie is a 4-year band member after high school. Katie plans to attend Owen Community College where the major is photography. Alex Chappa. Alex is escorted by his parents, Helen and Homer Chappa. Alex is a 4-year member of the golf team. Alex is currently taking classes at Northwest State and will be attending a 4-year college this fall. His career choice is undecided. Hillary Clapp. Hillary was her parents Jane Clapp and Colleen Lillivett. Hillary is a 4-year member of the band. Next year, Hillary will be attending Bowling Green State University with an education major. Tiffany Drain. Tiffany is escorted by her parents, Valerie and Jim Drain. Tiffany is a 4-year band member. After high school, Tiffany will be attending Owens Community College with a nursing major. Abby Goldsmith. Abby is with her parents, Dennis and Jennifer Goldsmith. Abby is a 3-year member of the band and has been a cheerleader for 4 years. After high school, Abby will get her cosmetology license and a degree in art education. Kelly Irving. Kelly is with her parents, Sue and Chuck Irving. Kelly is a 4-year band member and cheerleader. Kelly will be attending a 4-year college next fall with a major in education. Susie Lambert. Susie is escorted by her parents, Kelly and Tom Lambert. Susie is a 4-year member of the band. After graduation, Susie will be attending Unknown University with engineering major. Lori Nealon. Lori is with her parents, Carol and Dave Nealon. Lori is a 4-year band member and cheerleader. Lori currently plans including attending a 4-year college with a business major.
If I do, I'll just throw it into the store.
Annie Pepper. Annie is escorted by her parents, Laura and Wayne Pittman. Annie has been a member of the band all 4 years of high school. Annie plans undecided. Lindsay Weeks. Lindsay with her parents, Lori and Nathan Weeks. Lindsay is a 4-year member of the marching band. After high school, Lindsay would like to attend Indiana Western has been a 3-part practice. Brett Babcock. Brett is escorted by his parents, Leanne and Tom Babcock. Brett is a 4-year varsity football team member. Next fall, Brett will be attending the University of Toledo. Brian Babcock. Brian is with his parents, Annie and John Babcock. Brian is a 4-year football element and team member. His plan to attend a 4-year college with an undecided major. Bobby Black. Bobby is escorted by his parents, John Nye. Bobby is a 4-year member of the football team. He will be attending Northwest State next fall, studying criminal justice and law enforcement. Casey Goldbender. Casey with his parents, Kelly and Todd Goldbender. Casey is a 4-year football team member and a 3-year letterman. After high school, Casey will be attending a 4-year college with an undecided major. Tyler Carpenter. Tyler is escorted by his parents, Robin and Ken Carpenter. Tyler has been a part of the football team all 4 years of high school. He plans to attend High State University next fall with a major in business.
So is that right? I would have liked for
Jordan Espinosa. Jordan was his parents, Lisa Carter and Tracy Espinosa. Jordan has participated in football all 4 years of high school and a 3-year letterman. After high school, he will be attending hockey college to pursue his career in ball football. Dennis Foot. Dennis is escorted by his parents, Kim and Dennis Foot. Dennis is a 4-year football team member. Next fall, he will be attending Owen major exams. John Drake. John is with his parents, Andrew Drake.
I heard her say something, and I saw you wincing when I turned around. I'm sorry.
Attending a 4-year college with undecided major. Andrew Hill. Andrew is escorted by his parents, Andrew is a 4-year football team member. After graduation, Michael with his parents, Kelly Huffman and Ben Huffman. Michael is a 3-year member of the football team. Michael plans to attend college next fall with a major in electrical engineering. Josh Cruiser. Josh is with his parents, Becky and Gary Brubaker and Jamie Cruiser. Josh is a 4-year football team member. Josh plans to attend Ohio State University next fall with a major in computer engineering. Ryan McClure. Ryan is escorted by his parents, Helen and Randy McClure. Ryan is a 3-year football letterman and has been a member of the football team all 4 years of high school. Ryan plans to attend Heidelberg College next fall will likely come as firefighter. Derek Miller. Derek is with his parents, Karen and Gary Miller. Derek is a 4-year football team member. His future plans include attending 4-year college with an undecided major. Jason Muller. Jason is escorted by Karen and Dave Muller. Jason has been a part of the football team all 4 years of high school. After high school, Jason will be attending a 4-year college with an undecided major. Paul Smith. Paul is with his brother Ruby Smith. Paul is a 4-year football team member. Paul would like to attend a 4-year college next fall with a major in medical field. Leslie is a senior
Good evening, everybody, here on TV5. It's Friday night. Our opponents are the Delta Panthers. It's Liberty Center football. The men in black, the Roughnecks, come riding into town a romp on and a stomp on. Led onto the field by number 18, Ryan McClure. Well, Jim, we might, Ryan, after being hurt in the preseason, back tonight. I may see a little bit of action here, just get his feet wet again. Brett Babcock, we might see a few cameo appearances there from Brett. But Jimmy, the name of the thing, the name of the game, this is the biggest game in town right here. The Delta Panthers come to town 5-3, Liberty Center at 7-1, but playoff implications ride high here.
Absolutely, Spike. For Delta, the playoff run begins right here tonight. They have to win out in order to have a good shot at making the playoffs. Liberty looks like they're headed to the playoffs, but the Tigers have been building momentum and looking sharp. As they look toward the playoff season, they've really established positive momentum. They've continued to sharpen their skills in all facets of the game. They've built excellent quality depth along the way, albeit because a couple of injuries early on, which you kind of alluded to there, Spike. Wouldn't it be great if you could redshirt high school players?
Oh, boy.
I mean, boys with heart and desire get themselves dinged up to where they just can't do it. Hopefully the two guys you mentioned tonight might be able to see some action in the playoffs. That'd be the McClure and also Babcock. But it's a wonderful night for football, and Tigers have been doing a lot of things right, Spike, so we'll hope that continues. And as you mentioned, the boys from up north, man, they want to come in here and sock it to the Tigers, but we'll see.
Well, last year Liberty Center had that come-from-behind win in the last minute and a half of the game on that long bomb from Brian Babcock to Brett Babcock for the touchdown. So Delta certainly isn't going to forget that. Coach Vickers, a very intense gentleman, and I'm sure he'll have his team ready. What we're going to see tonight, two running giants. Liberty Center obviously prefers the running game, so does Vickers. In fact, there's been games where they haven't even thrown, or if they have, it's been 3 or 4 times. So it's going to be Delta's and Liberty's defenses really holding the keys here tonight against the running game. And like we mentioned, Delta needs this win
Yeah.
to have a chance to get into the playoffs.
Yep, and that always makes a game much sweeter. You know, you got something on the line, and then earlier on we saw by the good camera work of Landis Burmeister that a senior night. As seniors, this is going to be it for them here, perhaps, at least during the regular season. So they're going to try awful hard to go out with a good taste.
Here's Bobby Black, end over end kick. It's going to come down and hit at the 20-yard line. Picked up right there. Return straight ahead. And a good return up across the 35-yard line. Weaker's one of them in on the hit.
54. And a couple other Tigers there. The committee got her done. We talked about the Tigers improving during the season, and I'm telling you, Spike, as you well know, special teams, just almost every facet of what it takes to make a good quality team, the Tigers have built on.
Yep. They've been looking good in, like you say, all facets. All right. Delta, comes out with a wide out spread, wide to the far side. Double wing back set, lone setback is Vickers. Here is the give to the wing on the right side. He's got running room out there and gets up near the 45-yard line. We'll set the Tiger defense as quickly as we can. We've got Casey Bodenbender, 15, Paul Smith, 28, and Brian Babcock, number 8, the 3 defensive backs. Linebackers, we've got Seth Weekers on the outside, along with Tate Slee on the inside linebackers, Perchlik and Tyler Carpenter. All right, second down and 3, gain of 7. Give straight ahead. Running room gets up maybe a couple of yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and short for Delta.
Jacob Perchlik come on very strong during the middle of the season, and I mean, he's just an integral part of this defense now, and so is Seth Weaker, Spike.
All right.
They've built depth and a very key element.
Defensive ends, number 82, Jason Moeller, 64, Kyle Hesterman. Denham Foote, number 70 on the inside, along with number 59. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah,
all right.
Jordan Espinoza.
Yeah, Espinoza. All right, give off the right side. Running room, first down Delta as they pile their way across the 50 and into Liberty territory. Bodenbender in on the hit.
Right, Bob Black got a piece of him on the way by there, stopped his motion there, but a good strong run, and that's going to give the Panthers another set of downs, Spike.
Yep, Miller also in on the hit. Okay, so the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 at the Liberty Center 47-yard line. 10:20 to go here, first quarter, if you've just joined us here on TV5. Double wing set, motion this way. Give to the motion man in the backfield. Smagorino! Jordan Espinoza, a man possessed, bags him for about a 6-yard loss.
I believe there was a pulling guard up there on the line, and Espinoza just crashes right through there and says, I got him. And he did.
That man is an animal who can't be chained. When that man turns it on, between him and Denham Foote on the inside, those people can move people.
Yeah, and when they're right, you know, Jordan's been nicked up once in a while by some nagging injuries, but boy, he looks like he's good to go.
All right, give off the right side.
Tyler Carpenter.
Yeah, and Jordan Espinoza also
59.
got him in there. So now Delta faced with a 2nd and long and now a 3rd and long. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll make it 3rd down and 11 at the Tiger, just inside or right around the Tiger 48.
Yeah, that tackle for loss. I believe they lost 6-7 yards on that play there by Jordan Espinoza, and that's tough on a running attack, Spike.
All right, into the game. Brett Babcock, number 2, is kind of a nickel back here. He's going to go to the wide or the far side of the field. Quick drop, rolls in trouble. Sagorino!
Yes, sir. He might have made the line of scrimmage, but no more than that, Spike. That closed in a hurry there.
There was pressure. Espinoza in there working hard. Tigers got great penetration, Jim, off the snap. That forced the quarterback to step up, and then that was right into the teeth of the Tiger defense.
Yeah, he had to pull that ball down to risk losing it, and there was no running room. So Great defensive stand there by the Tigers.
All right, back Brett Babcock and number 28, Paul Smith, standing at around their 10-yard line. That punt is going to come down to Babcock. He's going to get away from it. Ball bounced. That was a precarious play. That's really dangerous.
Yeah.
And he wisely let it hop and then got away from it.
Well, that ball really had a lot of end-over-end spin, and that's well, that bodes being careful with.
Yeah. All right, 8:11 to go, clock stopped. Liberty Center will take over on their first possession, but, Jimmy, they're down inside their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, Delta took the opening possession and rung up a couple first downs, and then a real good punt play pins the Tigers deep.
All right, Tigers show spread formation. They've got Bodenbender spread out wide to this side, along with Moeller in the slot. Motion Smith this way. They're going to pitch it to Smith. Smith looks for running room up across the 10-yard line. Or did I read that line of scrimmage? No, they just got back to the line of scrimmage. Delta did a good job there of meeting that sweep head on.
Yeah, they did. Ryan Sager, and he had a partner out there. Doggone it, I didn't get his number there. Made a pretty good kick-out block, but the interior of the defense there of Delta's was right there to close her down.
All right. Miller, number 63, a guard. Tyler Carpenter, the other guard. Bobby Black, center. Hesterman, tackle on the right. Espinoza, tackle on the left. Moeller, tight end. And Casey Bodenbender, tight end the other way. Tigers show Bodenbender spread out wide to the far side. And we're going to have a delay.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's what the call is, Spike. And that's not in the area of the field where you can use very many of those.
No. That's going to push the ball back just inside the Tigers' own 5-yard line. 7:21 left to go here, first period. Brian Babcock, number 8, under center as the quarterback. Tate Slee, the fullback, number 25. Ryan Sager getting the start at running back, number 23. And Paul Smith, the wingback for the Tigers. All right, we've got Moeller, tight end on this side, along with Smith. Outside is the flanker, now goes in motion the other way. Gives straight ahead to Slee. Slee just tries to get some of that penalty yardage back, and that'll put the ball up to around the 8-yard line. Well, Jimmy, Tigers are in 3rd and long where they don't want to be, just like Liberty Center finally managed to get Delta in that position.
Right, it does happen on occasion, and earlier in the season we've seen where the talented foot of Bob Black can bounce them out of there quite strong.
All right, now the Tigers come out with their 2 wideouts, Bodenbender and Paul Smith. Babcock in the backfield. Now he throws deep for Bodenbender. That's going to be up there and incomplete.
Wow.
Casey Bodenbender realized that he wasn't going to catch up with it, but made sure the Delta defender, number 20, also did not.
Yeah, that's exactly the case there. Couldn't reach it, but put his hands up and then sort of ran through. Otherwise, that could have been a pick there. So we're going to count on Bob Black to do like we've seen him do several times this year, get a good kickoff.
All right, number 20, Andrew Hill, one of the gunners here for the Tigers offense, along with Casey Bodenbender. They'll depend on those 2 gentlemen to get downfield.
Wow, timeout called by the Tigers, Spike.
Well, Tigers didn't like the way they were aligned. They may have only had 10 men on the field, Jim, so alertly use a timeout.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly the case. As they were coming over to confer with the coach, I only counted 10 black shirts out there, Spike, so that's not the kind of odds you want standing at your own 7-yard line.
Okay, after the timeout, Tigers set again. Bobby Black about 4 yards deep in the end zone. Good snap. Black gets off a high end-over-end kick, or wobbly kick, taken at the 41. Nice block out there. They've got running room down the sideline. Finally hauled down out of bounds big time by Tate Slee, number 25.
Yep, but boy, the Tiger defense has got some real business ahead of them. I think they're inside the 20 there, Spike.
Yeah, they're at the Tiger 19-yard line, 22-yard return.
Yeah, they did. The Delta special teams guys on punt return had some good blocks over there, and boy, he had kind of a piece of runway over there along the sideline and made the most of it.
Okay, Delta comes to the line of scrimmage with a double wing package, wide out to this side, man in motion other way. Derek Vickers takes the handoff, straight ahead, bull rush, he's wide open, Delta touchdown. 6:21 mark of the first period. Delta scores quickly from 19 yards out. They go up 6-0.
Spikey popped in through there, just, I don't know, there was a lot of contact, right at the line of scrimmage and just a little bit behind that. And, boy, we could see him, with the ball, but it almost as though the Tiger secondary there didn't know who had the ball almost.
Well, this is a must game for the Delta Panthers, and not totally surprising. They come out and they grab the reins, the momentum reins, so to speak. Logan Schlosser to attempt low snap. Kick is up, sails wide to the right, no good. Well, a low snap.
Yeah.
And that may have had a lot to do with the fact the ball sailed wide right. So
I think so. Spoils the timing of the kicker there.
Tigers now will get a chance to get out of that bad field position. However, it cost them 6. Maybe now they get that wake-up call, Jimmy. Maybe just what the doctor ordered here for the Roughnecks.
Yep, that was not a good start, by the Tigers. It almost, stuff just wasn't rolling for them right away from the kickoff.
Yep. Well, Delta, a lot of things they do mirrors the Liberty Center efforts. They run the same offense. They believe in the run. Their defense is quick. They swarm to the ball.
Yep.
Always, especially since the tenure of Vickers, they've made it tough for Liberty Center to run on them. So.
Yeah, well, and then they're an opportune team, too, as good teams are. And when you get field position where they had it, well, you got to make something happen, and they were successful.
Okay, Paul Smith being attended to on the sideline. So Brett Babcock, the lone deep return man for the Tigers, staying at about his 11-yard line. Low line drive, end over end kick. That's going to bounce around. Greitman got a hand on it. Now still loose. Uh-oh.
Striped shirts are going to give it to Delta there, Spike. Somehow or other, it's hard to get the handle on that, and Delta's coming down the pipe. Wrestled it away there.
Tiger lingering, giving what for to the official. Greitman battled for it in the end. Greitman came out of there with it, but the call midway through the fracas gives it to Delta. So now they've got the ball. 1st and 10 on the Tiger 20-yard line. 6:16 to go, first period. Wide out to this side, wing in motion going the other way. Give to Vickers, looking for running room, slowed down.
Yeah, Tate Slee based him there. Espinoza piled him up a little, but it was the right arm strength of Tate Slee that brought him down.
Yep, good job there to bottle that up. Tigers got penetration, only gives up a yard on 1st down. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10, clock running, 5:55. Now the Tigers have got their backs against the so-called wall, Jimmy, and it'll be...
Yeah, Delta's momentum is beginning to build, Spike. Now they're setting up inside the red zone here. Man, oh man, the Tigers got to keep them out.
The heck with that momentum. The Tigers kind of come to the game now, make a defensive stand. I'd say it's time to make yourself known. Now double men in motion.
Yeah, too much movement there by...
wide open receiver out there.
I can't believe they let that play go.
Yeah, I thought before the play it should have been blown dead.
Yeah.
But we'll let the referees sort out these stinking, rotten, no good yellow flags.
I think it's going to be against the boys in white and green out there.
Okay, of course, a motion penalty on the Panthers. Walk off of 5. That makes it 2nd and 14. The ball back at the 24-yard line of Liberty. Wide out to the far side. Wing in motion. Here's the give to the wing back. He's got a running room out there. Slowed down, finally tackled by Carpenter. Oh, fumble! Jimmy, I didn't see it come loose. Liberty Center came up with that.
Boy, I tell you, that's the play they needed. They got around Casey Bodenbender over there a little bit. He got an arm up but wasn't able to get him stopped. Maybe he helped pry that ball loose. I don't know whether the camera caught that or not, but wow.
I saw Tyler Carpenter and I believe Brian Babcock in the area, but I didn't see the ball come loose.
That's good medicine for the Tiger team on that
right.
turnabout there.
Yep, the defense stiffens. Tigers take over. 5 minutes to go, first period. They're going to have the ball pretty well deep in their own territory at their own 14-yard line. They come to the line of scrimmage. Spread out wide on the far side is Bodenbender. Here's the give to Slee. Slee takes on a tackler head on and barrels his way down, or excuse me, up to the 18-yard line. We're going to call it a gain of 4. All right, Jimmy, first down there, good plus yardage. Now you've got a little something easier to work with.
Yeah. Oh, I believe the Tigers got their wake-up call. I think that offensive line, even the defense, I mean, they're playing now. None of this feeling each other out. Hey, that's enough of this. We got to get our own thing going, and that's exactly the way they're hitting off that line of scrimmage, Spike.
Okay, Tigers with their standard 2 running back set, wide out to each side, quick drop. Babcock over the middle, incomplete. That was close. Moeller came out there in the pass route, was grabbed.
Yeah.
Yep, by number 7.
I say grab too. We know Jason was running his pattern there, and all of a sudden he got totally stopped there, and that's about how much the ball missed him by.
Yeah.
But the refs are saying, well, they just ran into each other there, I guess.
Okay, 4:16 to go, first period. 3rd down and 6, Liberty Center. We've got Smith spread far wide to the far side. Bodenbender wide out over here. Slee behind Babcock. And Babcock, the running back there. Now Slee behind Brett Babcock. Nice up across the 20 to the 21. Gain of 2, but it's going to bring up 4th down, and we're going to call it a long 3 yards. Tigers have yet to solve that Delta rush defense, and so they'll be forced to punt for the 2nd time.
Yeah, they got a little better spot from which to kick from, and you can believe they're going to have some pretty good coverage going downfield there. The other last punt, Delta got real good run back on it. There's a punt.
High spiraling punt. Taken all the way back at the
Casey Bodenbender.
40-yard line, and Casey Bodenbender, one of the gunners, all over that.
Yep.
A tremendous punt from Bobby Black.
Yep, that's the kind of punts we've seen him make for the most of the season, Spike. And when the Tigers need him, boy, he can just reach down and give him plenty of time to get down there and make a play. And he did it.
42 yards, and that must have been about a 13-second hang time, Jim.
Yeah, and absolutely no return, just dead.
Maybe it was 18 seconds. It was up there forever and a day.
Yeah, but I mean no return. It was just.
All right, Delta with the ball on their own 35-yard line. Vickers tries to bull rush off the right side.
Yeah, Carpenter got him in there, and there's a couple other Tigers getting up.
Yeah, that's Jordan Espinoza area over on that side, along with Moeller.
Yeah, Espinoza was getting up off the bottom there.
Yep. All right, gain of 3, bring up 2nd down and 7 for Delta. 6-0 Delta. 3:09 to go, first period. Ball at the 38. Quarterback keeps it chase, and he's hit. Uh-oh, I don't like that. That does not bode well from the direction it came and from the point of the play that it came. No, they're going to be holding on Delta.
All right.
Jimmy, I was afraid the Tigers had that defended real well. The quarterback keeper.
Yep, they did. And quarterback, he didn't really turn it up. He just kind of like he was looking for a hole there. Well, the Tigers had him spotted right away. And
I was afraid of a headgear call.
Yeah, me too. I thought when they closed, perhaps a bear hugged him a little high there, but not so.
All right, now the hold. We'll wait for the final spot.
Tiger defense got it going, and we're working them in the other way, Spike.
Tigers are going to accept the penalty. They're going to go for the field position, give Delta back a down. So what we're going to have now is I'm going to call it 2nd down and 19. The ball is going to rest at the Delta 27-yard line.
Yeah, the good thing is
28-yard line.
Delta's on the correct side of the 50.
Oh, my, big game.
Man.
Finally brought down. They got all of the penalty yardage back. So the Tigers And the Panthers now are going to line up just about the same spot they would have had the Tigers declined the penalty. Gain of 11, we'll call it. And Delta now with a 3rd down and 8.
Brett Babcock in for Seth Weekers on this 3rd down play, Spike.
Yep.
Good to see number 2 out there again. We hadn't seen him in a while.
All right, Tigers go in there with 4 defensive backs. Here is the give to Vickers, and he's going to be brought down far short of the 1st down around the 41-yard line.
All right, Tiger defense once again rises to the occasion, and of course field position was brought about by Bob Black's tremendous punt with another senior, Casey Bodenbender, perfect coverage there, Spike. So Tigers are going to have good field position for this offensive possession.
All right, the last punt was a little shorter than what Liberty anticipated. Now the Tigers also have Paul Smith back there. Paul back in the game on defense after being tended to with a little equipment problem, but good to go. Both of them back at around the 25-yard line. High punt, wobbly, fair catch called for by Babcock. Takes it there at the 26. Now I'm telling you, Jimmy, that takes guts. That ball was up there a long time, a long way, and you know that these guys are bearing down on you. And if you don't make the catch, that ball is probably going to bound another 15 yards.
That's true.
You've got to make that play.
That's right. Well, and you have to believe in yourself, and so you just concentrate. Now, boy, you just got to do that. Don't try to shut everything else out and focus on that ball.
Yep. Yeah, a lot tougher play than what it looks like on the sideline.
Right. Well, on a 27 this time, Spike, that's a darn sight better than the Tigers been starting.
All right. 1:28 to go, first period. Smith wide out this side, Bodenbender wide to the far side. 2 running backs. Give to Slee. Slee has running room. Slips a tackle and battles his way up near the 40-yard line. That's a 1st down.
Hey, there was a couple nice blocks up there. I want to give Bob Black credit for getting him started right back here at the line of scrimmage and some others.
Yep, Tyler Carpenter and Kyle Hesterman's side of the ball, and that time they did open it up between the defensive end and the tackle. That gave Slee a lot of running room. So the Tigers with a 1st and 10 at their own 39. 1:13 to go, first period. Bodenbender spread wide to the far side. Smith wide over here to the short side. Here is Jiggs on a quarterback keeper.
Yeah.
And he picks up about 4 on the play. Jimmy, that's good. I love to see that once in a while. That's going to keep that defense honest.
Absolutely.
You know,
well, we know how he likes to play defense, so no difference. Only this time he has the ball. He likes his contact, and I wonder if he audibles very much. Spike.
Yeah.
What's your feeling on that?
The Tigers worked this week. I was at practice Tuesday. They worked extensively
on audibles.
On audibles.
Yep.
They did last week. Yeah, that's definitely a part of their game.
That's good.
All right. Behind the quarterback, gives to Slee, left side, running room again. Slee hit and brought down inside Delta territory, and that's another Tiger 1st down.
Yep, some nice blocking over there on that left side now, and Delta linebackers might be gambling just a little bit, Spike, and by golly, Tiger running game is working.
Yeah, let's call it gain of 7 thereabouts. That off the side of Espinoza, Moeller, and the guard Miller. All right, Smith to this side, Bodenbender to the far side. Tight end Moeller over here. Here is the give to Slee. No, a keeper Babcock. Hit, spins, drives, still on his feet, and battles down to the 43-yard line.
Great
nice pickup on 1st down.
Spike, it was. He showed excellent balance there. When he found himself heading toward the turf, he got another leg under him, and he gave another spurt for a couple more yards.
All right, that'll be the end of the 1st quarter. A gain of 7.5 yards for Brian Babcock. It'll bring up 2nd down and a short 3 to go. Liberty Center will have the ball on the Delta 42 when we come back. Okay, while we've got a minute here, we'll get a few sponsors. Special mention for Jerry and Karen Miller as they wish good luck to their son, Derek, and the entire Liberty football team. We got Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry, the Tiger Shop with Bob and Julie Shaddy, Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff and Todd Spangler. All right, here we go. Tigers, handoff, Slee, bull rush, wide open territory, makes a cut, hit, spins, drives off of that, down to the 31-yard line. 15-yard gain for Tate Slee.
All
And
right.
the Tigers got it going, Jimmy!
They do have it going. It's just a whole different team in black here now. They were a little discombobulated right from the get-go, but now they've got her in gear and they're executing. They know they've got Delta rocking back a little bit. It took several hard hits to bring that man Tate Slee down on that run.
Oh, yeah, you get him out in the open territory, and he's got a few moves, and he's got the same mentality of any true fullback.
Yeah.
He'll
Well-
go over you as well as around you.
Well, he's strong.
Yes. All right, give again to Slee. Battles through no room at all. Manages to pick up 2 where there was no hole, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. A few more of our sponsors. We've got KK Collision with Kyle Kern. Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt. Swanton Welding with Ryan Norm and Norm Zeider. The Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini. Hill Asphalt Paving with Randy and Patty Hill, I was instructed.
Yes, sir. You
Thank you, Patty.
got to get it right, Spike.
That's right. You've got to make it right. All right, 2nd down, a long 8 to go. Quick drop. Babcock looks, throws deep for Moeller. And yes, interference caught by Moeller anyway.
Yeah.
What a man!
Oh,
what
yeah.
a grab! What
Spike,
concentration, Jimmy!
It was. He was interfered with there very clearly, but they bounced off of him, and he still caught the ball. So that guy.
Oh, boy, when that guy tunes in on that skinny post right, that guy is as good as they come. He tunes in, turns on, grabs it, and hauls it in for the big game.
Yeah, he's got nice soft hands, and you know, two Delta players were banging off of him, and yet he still was able to focus on that ball and reel it in.
All right, now the Tigers will have a 1st and 10 at just outside the Delta 5-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal, 5.5 yards to go, and we're going to have a timeout, I assume, by the Panthers. They're talking coaches out there all the way out to the yard marker.
Boy, Spike, they can't just shut a game down without some reason, but
Well,
evidently
apparently
they
you
did.
can. Yeah, I don't know why there should have been a timeout or something. I think we must have an official's timeout because they're.
Well, it boils down to that because, wow. You don't see that very often.
I don't know what the argument is. I mean,
Well-
it was an obvious pass interference. Moeller makes the catch anyway. Tigers have it on the 6. Jim, what do we have there? About a 25-yard gain? I'm not sure just where the line of scrimmage was.
I forget where they started from
All right.
there, Spike.
They've got the power set to the right. Here is the fake. Jiggs keeps it, slips and falls. He'll go down at the 5. A little bit of running room there, but the Panthers were closing.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up 2nd and goal from
He lost his footing, though, because I think he saw just a little streak of green, and he hides that ball well. You know,
Yeah.
not everybody knew he had it, but he kind of took himself out, but doesn't
he
have very often
had
there.
Slee in front of him. Slee was taking the inside man, and that did give Jiggs a little bit of a hole to the outside. But you can't. Sometimes you're just going to go down. That's all
Yeah.
there is to it.
Yeah.
All right, Smith spread wide to this side. Bodenbender far side. Slee in the backfield. Give running room there. Babcock.
Slee.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Inside down to about the 3. Boy, that's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, the Panthers come up quick on that. I thought he might cut that right inside there. Looked like a little better opportunity there, but he didn't think so, and perhaps they were going to be there. But
Well, I
boy,
think they were, Jim. I think they had some good pursuit all the way through on that play.
they sure were there to meet him.
All right, it's going to be 3rd and goal. It's going to be a long 3 yards to go. 9:33, 2nd period. 6-0 Delta. We've got Babcock on the left, Slee on the right. Smith, the white out the other side, gives straight ahead to Slee.
Yeah.
He lost a step there, slipped out.
I know, but there was a sea of white right there to shut that down.
All right, now that's going to bring it, it's going to be 4th and goal on about just outside, we'll call it the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Tigers, I think, Jim, I think you got to go for it here.
Yeah, you know.
Field position
Right. It's
in
early.
the worst case scenario.
It's early in the game, and you could think about a 3-pointer. We know he's very capable and could do it, but Tigers want a shot at 6 points here.
All right, Delta with everybody up in the box. Man in motion to the short side of the field. Here's the give to Slee. He's in! He's in! It's a Tiger touchdown!
Yeah.
The Limited Center Tigers took it right
carried the ball. That was a fake to Slee, and Brian Babcock pulled that out, and then he
tucked it
he
in.
took it in.
Holy mackerel, I was following the first back through, as I've done so many times before.
The important thing was they got her done, and even though Delta had all the statistics in the first quarter, the score is now tied, and Bob Black's talented toe is going to put the Tigers up a point here, Spike.
All right, snap good, hold down, kick up, looks good. It is! Splits the uprights. Liberty Center battles back. They take a 7-6 lead. Boy, I tell you, Jimmy, I've been fooled probably more by this quarterback than any other I've ever seen. I've been fooled a lot before. Scott Overmeyer was a good one for that.
Yeah.
But I tell you, this Babcock kid, they ought to throw his butt in jail for some of his chicanery. Between him and Slee, that's bad news.
That's right. Well, it takes two to carry out a fake, and, we had given it to Slee several times there, and Delta seemed to be up to the task. Well, this time they slid along, and, the fake was there, and most of the Delta went for Slee, but too late. Babcock had it.
Now, in a running drill the Tigers use, they time the runners getting to the line of scrimmage. 0.44 seconds, 0.38.
Yeah.
And then they just don't mention, hey, you've got to carry out your fake. They ride their tail until they know they've got to carry out their fake.
Yeah, that's just
that means a lot.
That's just part of execution, and what helps to make a truly good team, Spike, is that those fakes count for something. They really do.
Absolutely. All right, now we'll pick up a few more of our sponsors here. Truckers Paradise with Lynn and Jerry Ripke, Sky Bank and Liberty Center, Pizzanello's Pizza with Craig and Sherry Myers, Spies Trailer Court with Old Football Salt Rick Spies, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking with Norma Miller, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tiplady, Dan and Francis Brown. Special thanks to Plumbing and Heating with Babcock's there, and also to Davis Farm Services in Delta and Liberty. Here's the Black kickoff, low line drive, bounces at the 35, picked up at the 28. Heads for the sideline, slowed down over there by Greitman.
Yeah, Greitman almost got a piece of him, and Bodenbender and
polished him off.
Moeller come up there to finish him.
Yep. So the Delta Panthers will have the ball inside their 35-yard line. We'll wait for the spot. Okay, a few more sponsors here. We've got Davis Farm Services with Grandma Karen, Uncle Kurt, Kelly and Todd for Casey Bodenbender. Also, the Liberty Center Consulting Group with Mark and Jody Bly. All right, Panthers come to the line. It's going to be placed right at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. 8:38 to go, second period. Here is the give to the second back through. A little bit of running room, and the Panthers get up to across their own 39, so we'll give them a gain of just about 5 yards.
Well, hard-charging Delta offensive line there was able to cut a crease in that Tiger group right there, and they dented us for about 4 yards, Spike.
Yep. Well, hey, let's go back to Liberty Center's drive. They really opened up some huge holes for Slee, and it was so important for Liberty to answer the bell quickly.
Exactly.
Delta was in a position to put Liberty down by 2 scores, but the Tigers came up with that big fumble recovery, of which I did not get the recipient. All right, give to the younger Vickers, the freshman. He gets up across the 40, near the 42, and it'll be 3rd down and relatively short yards for Delta, about 3 to go.
Yeah, as you say, Spike, the way the game started there, Delta scoring and then getting the ball down there right again tight. Boy, that could have been real uphill going for the Tigers, but they got it right back, and we don't know exactly how that occurred, whether somebody caused a fumble or what. Casey Bodenbender was right there in that action.
All right, Tiger fans coming alive here. 3rd and 3, give the right side.
No!
Tigers stop it up. He's short of the first down. Slee in there, getting up Weakers. Jimmy, I can't get him off. I just don't know.
Just a bunch of guys in black that meant it.
Espinoza
getting up there. Carpenter wasn't far away.
That time.
4th and a good strong 2. I believe they'll have to kick it.
Well, you would expect it, but I wouldn't put it past
he doesn't
Coach
want
Vickers.
to. Look at that. They're lining it up.
Oh, yeah.
Mike.
They may see what they can draw. Who knows? 4th and 2. They're going for it. 6:45 to go, first half. And now a Delta timeout. Well, they wanted to see what they could see. They didn't maybe like how Liberty was set on defense.
Yeah.
So now they're going to rethink their strategy.
Yeah, well, keep in mind, as you mentioned many times here in the get-go, that this is Delta's playoff game, so throw out the playbook sometimes.
Yep. And
It's-
Jim, I tell you what, this is really big right now. This 6.5 minutes left in the first half, because like you say, this is Delta's playoff game. This is a must-win for them. They come out they grab the momentum reins early. Liberty Center finally put a stop to that.
Yep.
Picked up a score of their own. Now the team's really slugging it out for supremacy on the field. And right now, that's too early to call. You like to think Liberty Center's going to have it. I like to believe they're going to have it. But the boys on the field are going to have to prove it. We got Schaefer Truck and RV Sales and Rentals with Terry and Todd Schaefer. Miller Brother Trucking in Napoleon with old running back Skip Miller for Liberty. Eon Industries with Judy Leininger and Dawn Bender. Mitchell Farm Equipment with Tom, Pat, Barb, and Mike Mitchell. They supply the cart for Larry Lime for the band. Also, we got Meyer Badenhop Insurance Agency with Glenn and Napoleon, Bob and Marge, Jurassics in Liberty Center. Special mention for Ken and Robin Carpenter. Also, Liberty Center Carryout with John McClure, Timbo and Water Hauling Service, the Liberty Center Athletic Booster Club, and certainly I don't want to forget John Slagle in the memory of good old Donnie Sharp for Jimmy, what sometimes bites Liberty in the butt.
Oh, yeah, those
Stinking
yellow,
rotten, no good yellow flags.
yellow hankies there.
Yep. Also want to mention the porch coaches, the firemen who are out here giving their time every week for the home games. All right, now to punt. Wobbler, a little short, taken there by Smith at the 23. Smith trying to judder step and fights his way ahead for about 5 up to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, overall a good punt by the Panthers, and not much advancement by Smith because the coverage was there. But the Tiger defense holds, and they're going to take over on their own 27-yard line, Spike, with 6.5 minutes. Tiger defense has shown up big time after that first couple drives that Delta had.
Yeah, the first one was really the big one. They put it right to Liberty right away. Now, 6:35 to go, second period. Tigers have Bodenbender spread wide to the far side. Smith out here wide to the short side. Slee and Babcock in the backfield. Here's the give to Brett. Babcock kicks it up, looks for room, gets up to about the 28, but the hole fills quickly. Tigers did a good job at the line of scrimmage, but the Delta secondary came up quickly and held that to, I'm going to call it a 1-yard gain.
Yes, they did, and that's a quality secondary, Spike. When they see that play is a run, then commit. You know,
Yep.
no, why watch? Why be a spectator? Get right up there and fill, and they did that well, as a Vickers team would play.
Absolutely. You know, Delta supposed to be a young team coming in here. Well, hey, this is week number 9. They're not young anymore. They're a good football team.
Right.
All right, same wide out spread. Give straight ahead to Slee. Gets up to about the 30-yard line. Gain of a long yard on the play.
Huh. Yeah, not much doing there.
Now the Tigers come out with Babcock spread wide to this short side. Smith and Bodenbender wide to the far side. Babcock time drops, throws out there, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down and 8 yards to go.
Yeah, that pass, I don't know, Spike, that didn't look just exactly right to me, but we don't have a good angle on it, and I couldn't tell what was going on. But suffice it to say, the Tigers are going to have to depend on Bob Blacksfoot to get him some room here.
All right, line of scrimmage, the 30-yard line. Delta back deep at the 40. Uh-oh, he shanked that one. That's end over end. It's going to hit it about the 44. Take a Tiger roll. It's going to pick up nearly 10 yards on the roll. So the ball will be spotted at Delta's 49-yard line.
Spike, I almost think Delta Rusher got a piece of that.
It's possible because the kick certainly did not look natural. That's when Bobby's perhaps his only shanked punt of the season that I can remember.
Yeah.
So perhaps it was tipped.
Yeah, I think somebody got a paw in there, but we can't determine that. But anyway, right at the 50-yard line with 5 minutes to go.
Well, the Tiger defense is going to be called upon again. Tigers hold a slim 7-6 lead. Panthers show a wide out to this side. Double wing set. Vickers now the give to the wing back coming this way. That's kind of strung out a little deeper.
Casey
Bodenbender,
Bodenbender in
yep,
there
stepped
to
up.
submarine the ball carrier and get him stopped there, because there was some pretty good blocks put on back here by the Delta boys getting him that far.
Yep, gain of maybe a yard on the play, a short yard at that.
You know,
so
that-
it'll be 2nd down and 9.
You know, that's that fill by the secondary that we're talking about. You know, the guys up front there were, well, kind of handled by blocks, as is going to occur once in a while. But that's where that secondary's got to get right up there and stuff it.
Yep. Well, but the Tigers defense did a good job out there, as they did not give up that cutback running lane. All right, wide out to the far side, man in motion that way. Here's the give to Vickers, left side, running room, gets it inside the 45, down to the 43.
Yeah.
Delta's going to have 3rd and short.
Brian Babcock on the tackle there. Quarterback for the Tigers, doing it on defense.
Well, left foot.
Public announcer says Jacob Perchlik, and he might have been there too, but number 8 was right there on the ball carrier also.
All right, 3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Panthers. Ball at the Tiger 43-yard line. Wide out to this side. Tigers show 8 men up in the box. Now rolling to his right. Pressured there. Caught at the 40, and that might be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, that was a good play there. Number 78 on the
Perchlik.
defense there, Jacob Perchlik, and the Delta receiver had about a step there toward the sideline. Awful hard to defend that absolute sideline route, and
Yeah, the
gonna
ball
move the
the
sticks.
ball was placed perfectly.
Yeah.
Perchlik was close to his man. Tigers got a little pressure. I'm not sure who finally broke through, but that roll to the right gave him time.
Yeah.
And the Panthers have a 1st down. 3:30 to go, 1st half. Liberty leads it 7-6. Ball at the Tiger 38. Motion Vickers going the other way. Here's that deep pitch to Vickers, looking for a lane, and Hesterman fights through a block, makes the tackle.
yeah, he was blocked, but as you say, then he launched himself at the ball carrier going by and was able to nail him.
Oh, Jimmy, they got 5 yards on the play, but it could have been a lot bigger. Hesterman did a great job, was able to hold off that rush. Tigers didn't fill that hole, and a great open field tackle by Hesterman.
Yeah, it was.
Perhaps a big play saver.
Yep, well, defensive ends have got containment responsibilities on the outside there on a rush, and he came up strong there when they needed it.
All right, now the quarterback keeper right side trying to battle through blocks. There's Bodenbender, gets clipped. They got the call. Casey Bodenbender fought through the block, then was clipped, come up, made the hit at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, well, we're going to say it's a clip they saw then against Delta.
Gain of 3 on the play, but I think we're going to be moving it backwards. Now Delta did a great job on the Tigers that time. They ran that keeper. They got a lot of people out in front.
Yeah, bad block, a block to the back or something,
Yeah.
the signal, so, but, yeah.
I think with the position the Tigers are in, they'll probably go for the field position here.
Oh, yeah, they better take him backwards.
So if we go from the spot of the foul, that should put the ball back to the 40-yard line. It'll make it 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, that's-
and with Delta being the type of team they are, that's where you like to see them, obviously, in those 2nd and long yardage situations. Now, what I've seen so far, Jim, the Panthers have had some success in these 2nd and longs running the football, because maybe Liberty, they keep it spread out, Liberty spreads with it, and they find that seam. Now Vickers in motion. Here is the give to the younger Vickers, the freshman. He gets down inside the 40, maybe a yard on the play. Tigers, good defensive job on that right side of the defensive line.
That's right. Weaker's up there. I think he got a shot at him, and also Hesterman plugged things up over there to keep him from popping outside. So always a team effort. We try to get the guys involved right there at the point, but the whole defense kind of collapses or shifts to whatever's happening, and it's just hard to give everybody credit all the time, but it is.
3rd and 11. Tigers bring in a more of a pass-oriented defense now. Panthers with the ball at the Tiger 39. Back to drop, or drops back to throw. Has a lot of time. Now runs the football. It's up to Casey Bodenbender. Makes a good move on Casey inside the 20, down to the 16, and a Panther first down on the quarterback scramble.
Wow.
Well, he had Casey out there one-on-one. He gave a little hip and then turned it outside, and enough for the first down. So the Panthers, with 1:32 to go, on the Liberty Center 16.
Yes, indeed, Spike. Looked as though the pass was covered. There was nobody to throw to, so then the quarterback starts rolling this way, and he thought, I believe I can get around the corner here. Well, he was able to do it.
Well, I'm going to say, I'm not sure. I forget the line of scrimmage. We'll call it 22, 23-yard gain.
Yeah.
All right, now, 1st and 10 at the 16. Give to Vickers, the younger Vickers, second back. Oh, excuse me, the sophomore. He's down inside the 15, down to about the 12.
You know, time is a factor here, Spike. It's a minute 10 or 15 seconds right now, and they popped a timeout or two already. You know, early on there. So
I look for Delta to try to bang this thing in without wasting a timeout until they get maybe see what they do if they can convert. Give off the right side. Tigers met that right away. Knifing through.
Oh, Moeller was in on that after he went by.
Bobby Black knifed through. You know, he's not seeing as much action tonight because of that shoulder at a defensive tackle. But Bobby that time knifed through, slowed down the ball carrier. And so we're going to say no gain on the play. We've got a Delta timeout. 56 seconds to go. 3rd down and 6. First down can be picked up down about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, but they're on the 11 right now, so 11 yards away.
Well, Jimmy, the Tigers' defense have been playing superbly, and all of a sudden, 3rd and 11, and they come up with this busted play off the quarterback scramble, and now they're knocking on the Tigers' door.
Yep, they're right down there, and this is a key series not only for Delta.
Right. Yep.
But the Tigers want to keep them out.
3rd and 6, man in motion to the wide side of the field. Here's the deep pitch to the sophomore Vickers. Bodenbender slows him down, and Jiggs there to wrap him up, knock him down, and Paul Smith there to finish him off at the 10.
Yeah, but
great defense by Liberty.
But the two Babcocks made him go just a little wider there.
Oh, yeah, with Brett Babcock sliced through, shoved him back. He had to belly out a lot deeper, and that really set it up.
That's right. Brett couldn't quite get him, but he did make him use just a little more belly, as you say, and then Brian Babcock almost got him.
Yeah, he had him pretty much horse-tied.
So 4th down, Spike.
All right, they're going for it, obviously. 4-down territory. Ball at the 10-yard line. They need to get.
No, they're gonna get up for a kick.
Oh, they're gonna go for the field goal. Excuse me.
It's got to be their last timeout.
Yep. Okay, big play coming up here. 48 seconds after the Panther timeout. It's going to be a 27-yard field goal attempt. Snap, good. Hold, up, kick, wobbles. Falls in good. Panthers take the lead 9-7.
Spike, it was a good kick. The hold was flawless. The long snap there, and he had just about toe enough.
Just about enough, Jim. That might have been good from 27 yards. That might have been good from 30, and that would have been it. But nevertheless, it is good.
Yep.
And so with 43 seconds remaining in the half, the Tigers will receive a kickoff. Well, Jim, if I were Delta, I certainly wouldn't be kicking it to Paul Smith. I'd be looking for something short right about the area where out there around the 35-yard line. Who's out there in the middle for us?
I can't tell right now. I think Moeller's right there in the middle.
Moeller. Well, Moeller can handle the football.
Oh, yes, he can.
All right, that's where it goes. That's going to be scooped up, bobbled around. The Tigers will fall on it there wisely. No sense of giving Delta anything extra here. I believe Babcock might have finally fell on the ball. And really, what difference does it make if you're right now, if you're at the 32 or if you're at the 40? I mean, you've got 60-odd yards to go.
No, the key is to keep possession. And the offensive coordinators had a chance to dream up things. If they want to try something now, they've got 41 seconds.
Well, they're going to show something because we've got Babcock and Smith spread wide to the wide side, this side of the field. Bodenbender spread wide to the far side. Slee the lone setback. Babcock under center. They're going to set up, looks like an inside screen to Smith. Oh, boy, that was over the head of Smith. Nearly, it was potentially able to be picked off.
Yeah, and that's why Jordan Espinoza kind of said hello to the guy that almost picked it up. I mean,
that's right, he was out there.
yeah, he gave him a pretty good forearm shiver there on the way by.
All right, clock stopped, 36 seconds. 2nd and 10. Tigers have it on the 33-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised here, Jim, at anything that could happen. The Tigers may decide to sit on it and not take another gamble, or they could decide to air it out. Same set, Slee lone setback. They're going to give it to Slee straight ahead. Slee rambles forward, up across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. And the Tigers will use a timeout. All right, Jimmy, Delta is out of timeout, so Liberty, I think, can go ahead and go for a big play here, and then as the clock proceeds, then make a decision. All right, same set as before, 2 wide outs here, Bodenbender wide the other way. Babcock drops, fires, he's going to throw it out there for Babcock, and it's picked off. Moeller down there with a sure tackle at the 45, and with 22 seconds, Delta's got the football. Brett Babcock trying to plead his case, maybe believing that the defender went up over the top of him bodily to steal the ball.
Certainly there was plenty of contact there, Spike, but if you will, the Delta defender had better position. He was fronting and looking at that ball all the while, and he just timed it and, made the pick there. But no harm done. 22 seconds yet. It's on the Delta side of the 50. The Tigers got to play defense here just a little bit, but no timeout, so Delta's got to make it happen pretty quick.
All right, Panthers come to the line of scrimmage. Tigers show a 6-man front, 1 linebacker. Panthers going to play it safe. They drive straight ahead. Tigers all over that as they penetrate inside the Tigers' territory to about the 48. Clock running, 9, and that'll be the last play of the first half. So the Tigers will go into the halftime locker room. They trail Delta 9-7. We'll be back with the halftime stats. Okay, quickly here are the first half stats. Delta with a slight edge, Jim. Delta 26 plays for 129 yards. Liberty Center 23 plays for 88 yards. So Delta averaging 5 yards a play, Liberty Center averaging 3.8. So just a little bit of an edge there. Liberty Center rushing 17 of 65 for 3.8. Passing 1 of 6 for 23 yards. Tate Slee, the leading rusher for Liberty, 11 carries, 52 yards. Babcock on 4 keepers for 13 yards. Liberty had 1 penalty for 5 yards. Delta was penalized 3 times for a total of 25 yards. Delta was 1 of 1 passing for 6. They carried the ball 25 times for 123. Vickers, 15 carries, 70 yards. All right, low line drive kickoff, picked up there by Babcock at the 30, looking for a lane, slices his way through, still battling, up across the 40, up near the 45-yard line.
Good field position there, Spike. Gotta love that beginning. Tiger offense coming out ready to rock. Talking about your statistics there, I know they do favor Delta, time of possession and everything, that some of the things you're going to say yet, but Spike, given the biggest Lions share of that first quarter, eliminate that, then the Tigers got in the game.
Yeah, time of possession quickly, Delta 14 minutes, Liberty Center 10. All right, Tigers first play of the second half from the line of scrimmage. You got Bodenbender spread wide this way. Here's a fake, now they give to Slee up the middle. Slee will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Delta eating that thing up inside, so they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They did, Spike. They stayed home there. They saw there was plenty of motion coming this way, which you thought would have kind of made the Delta backers there to commit, but they didn't. They stayed home. And a credit to Vickers knowing what Lindgren does and Lindgren knowing what Vickers does.
Oh,
I mean, they're so
absolutely.
close to each other that it's almost like they're in your kitchen.
Yep, a good coach from both ends, from both sides of the field here.
Yeah.
All right, Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. Just started the second half, Delta leads 9-7. Here is the rollout. Babcock looks downfield, has time, has Moeller caught near the first down. Nice grab under a lot of pressure by Jason Moeller. That kid's got good hands.
Well, he does. That
oh
guy.
My, come on. What a terrible spot.
Yeah, it was. But the defender was wrapped around him like a blanket. I don't know if you could call it interference. They didn't think so. But, boy, Jason catches the ball and then
Yeah.
But they protected the passer. I mean, that pass covered a lot of ground, and he had time to stand in there and then deliver it.
Third down and a short 3 yards to go. Ball at the Delta 49-yard line. Here is Babcock giving off to Slee. Looks to the right side. No, Babcock on a keeper. Ball fumbled. They're going to rule he was down, but no gain on the play. Well,
Yeah.
I thought Slee had it, but it was Babcock on the keeper. Delta reacted to it, was all over that. No gain on the play. Fourth down coming up at the 49-yard line of Delta, and the Tigers faced with a decision.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a naked bootleg that he generally runs maybe about once a game or so. But, again, Delta had that one sniffed.
All right, back is Bobby Black. Delta not very deep. They're only back at the 20-yard line, the line of scrimmage being the 50. It's a fake. The pitch. It's good. They got it. Babcock converts. I believe it was Babcock.
Yeah. Short snap to number 8, the quarterback there. And I'll tell you, he didn't delay at all. I thought they had a receiver out here. Maybe he's going to be just a little pass. But no, sir. It was a run. And, I mean, he showed the versatility of him. I mean, he could be a running back.
Jim, I barely saw. I was looking downfield at the kick return man at the 30. I thought, boy, he's not very deep. And all of a sudden, there's the short snap out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
Like you say, they've got it converted. Tigers back in business at the Delta 45-yard line. Babcock in motion. Bryan rolling right, has time now and under pressure, gets it out there, and he put it in a spot where only Babcock could reach it or nobody. You know, there was a play in the first half. I don't think we alluded to it, but it was over the Tigers' head on the attempted pass completion. And it looked, I know it was down at that end. You said it looked a little suspect. I think Bryan was just throwing that pass away.
Okay.
Just to keep it because the defense was all over.
All right. He saw that white jersey closing pretty fast and thought rather than risk a pick. Well, good decision there by Bryan Babcock.
And again there, either Brett was going to catch it or nobody.
Yeah. He laid her out there.
All right, Tigers, though, they have a 2nd and 10 now. Ball officially spotted at the Delta 44. The fake on the double swing. Now it's swinged out there. Yeah, to Brett Babcock. Brett Babcock inside the 40-yard line, down around the 35. Very close to first down yardage. Boy, a nice bit of vocabulary there on the swing.
Oh, yeah, and he was dancing that sideline just like a clothesline there,
Yep.
Spike. And depends on the spot, and looks like.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 9.5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down. That time a little cross buck to either way. Babcock, the second back coming through, and then just kind of slipped out into the flats.
Boy, you gotta like Brett. Now he's had lots of games off here, Spike, to get back in it here. Now he's doing well.
Yep. Smith in motion. Here's the give to Slee. Powers off the right side and burrows his way down close to the 30-yard line. That's 5 yards and a Tiger first down.
Very key possession here to start the second half, and the offensive line and ball carriers and quarterback is getting her done, Spike.
All right.
It's called execution when you need it.
Yeah. You know, in a tight game like this, big gamble by the coaching staff, but it comes through.
Yeah, on that 4th down.
Yeah. All right. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line of Delta. Smith in motion going the other way. Here's the give to Slee. Find behind Babcock. Makes a great cut and battles his way between 2 tacklers. Fights his way down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 yards. And that's another Tiger first down.
Boy, Spike, what a difference a half makes now. Is that Delta just didn't seem to be in that play at all. He just rambled. But I know a good blocking there on the Tiger right side. Of course, that guy is a ball carrier. You give him just a few steps, and he's going to get a lot of steps.
All right, now they're going to bring that in for a measurement. I don't like the spot. I believe that's a couple times now the Tigers, which, no, they're going to get it.
Yeah.
They're going to get it. I called it an 11-yard gain. I still hold to that. I think the ball was at the 20. Nevertheless,
Let's give it up for that chain gang just a little bit there, Spike. I mean, when you really got to have it, there you are.
yeah, that unknown man on the yard markers got a pregame pep talk. I think the chain gang wanted this one just as bad as the team. All right, so we've got a 1st and 10. The ball, we'll call it the 21-yard line. Smith in motion this way. Give to Slee, powering off that left side. Slee burrows right into the heart of 3 Delta defenders. He'll be tackled at the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 6, Jimmy.
Boy, I tell you, that's good yards when you really want them, too.
Yeah, and there wasn't 6 yards worth of hole there either. Slee got the other half of that, baby.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. So a good job on 1st down. That makes the whole rest of the series present problems for the defense, and they have to play what they see coming at them. All right, standard wing left set. Slee, the fullback. Smith in motion. A keeper by Babcock. He dives forward. He's going to get down to around the 11, between the 11 and the 12.
I think that might have been one of those audibles that are spoken about and not talked much of. I think he saw a little gap right ahead of him and figured, you know what, it's going to be my carry.
Yeah.
But right there, close to the 1st down yardage again, Spike.
Yeah, they need to get to the 11. The ball rests on about the 12. Just a little less than a yard to go. 3rd and 1. 7:39 remaining on the 3rd quarter clock. Delta 9, Liberty Center 7. They've got Slee, the fullback. Babcock, the halfback on the right side. Smith, the wingback, left in motion toward the far side. Here's the give to Slee, right side. Slee with running room. Takes on a tackler. Head on, and bull rushes him down inside the 5-yard line.
Some great blocking over there, Spike. I mean, they got those Delta boys moving backwards.
Oh, yeah, that side with Hesterman and Carpenter. Casey Bodenbender over there doing a yeoman's job. Gain of 7. It'll be 1st and goal. The Tigers are on the Delta 4.
I mean, there's no question about who's winning the line of scrimmage here to start the 2nd half. The Tigers are just plain moving those men in white jerseys back.
All right. Now, the Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. They got Babcock under center. Smith, the wing on the left. Tight end Moeller on the left. Give the Slee right side. Slee over the top. Down close. It's a touchdown. It's a Tiger touchdown. Another Tiger touchdown. Slee burrowing hard and behind Hesterman and Carpenter. And Bodenbender into the promised land. Tigers go on top.
I tell you, that offensive line, Spike, has just showed up this 2nd half and says, well, we got it figured out how to move those guys out of there. And they just plain are crowding them right out. It doesn't look like the same Delta bunch.
Well, give Tigers credit on that 4th down gamble. And that time, then they just continue to power the ball into the teeth of the Delta defense. So there you have it, Jim. You've got the teeth of the defense against the hard-running offense, kind of the immovable object, irresistible force. All right, 6:57. Tigers go on top 13-9, and it appears that they're going to line up to go for 2.
Yeah, that 9 points on the board there, opposition-wise, causes a bit of a problem.
Yes, it does. All right. They got Babcock in the slot. Slee the lone setback. Motion. No motion. They lob it out there. They got Babcock. Oh, good caught! Babcock catches. 2-point conversion. Good! And Babcock laid it right on the money.
Yeah, that was a perfect pass. I mean, he just flipped it out there just as if they were playing catch, as we've seen him play catch for a couple years, Spike.
Yep.
You know, that particular tandem there, Babcock to Babcock, and man, they hit him right where he needed to catch it.
Yep, good grab. Be able to watch the ball in over your shoulder. Babcock lays it on the money, and you have to know that Delta, on defense, has to respect the Tigers' power inside the tackles.
Yep.
That freezes everybody inside. You get Babcock out there with a little bit of lean, a little hesitation. He floats out there wide open, score, big 2-point conversion.
Yep, Brett Babcock there, number 2, the receiver on that play, showing no signs of rust. I mean, how many games has he been setting out here, Spike?
Well, he's missed, oh boy, I don't know, at least 4.
That's what
at
I'm
least
thinking
4.
there, 4 or 5 games there without action on Friday nights, and yet he's played himself back in shape when the injury, got over with, and Man, he's right out there getting it done with them.
Well, you know, and then of course the Liberty is not going to tip their hand. Perhaps a little sandbagging by the brass at the top, not letting people know exactly when Brett was going to be back. And of course, Brett is really, if you get right down to it, Brett Babcock is the heart and the soul of this team. I'd say he's one of the one of the seniors the team looks to for leadership.
Yeah.
Of course, there's plenty of others. Don't get me wrong, but Brett's role on this team is so integral to our success. He can be a linebacker, a defensive back on defense.
So even when he wasn't contributing on the field, you can bet that practice and just the general makeup of the team, he had a lot of input all the time.
Yeah, great kid, very tough mentally. All right, now back to live action here. Black to kick off, booming line drive down to the 10-yard line. They set the wall straight ahead. Tigers bust that up. What a hit! Smackarino! Smackarino! You're going back, baby! Right now, downtown, down!
Well, I'm not sure who delivered that first hit. I know Carpenter was there, but there was a host of others, and I mean, they just plain driving him back.
Holy mackerel, met there right now.
Mike Huffman right there in the mix, too.
Well, I'm sure the TV5 highlights will show that. All right, now, Delta with the ball. They show a wide out to the far side, covered out there by Smith. Give up the middle. That slowed down. Wait a minute. Holy mackerel. Here comes Hesterman trying to run him down. He's got him. Slams him down at the 20-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle. Well, Delta came there. They pulled one out of their back pocket I didn't see.
Well, he popped through there, Spike. I mean, the Tigers were all up on the line of scrimmage, and I don't know how he popped through there, but once he did, he had 4 or 5 yards on everybody, but Kyle Hesterman ran him down, bulldogged him there, saving a score for Delta.
Well, about a 50-yard gain, we'll call it approximately. So Delta now right back in business. Tigers lead it 15-9, 6:37, but Delta on the 20 on a big play.
That was almost overcommit by the secondary there. They thought, hey, we'll get this right at the line of scrimmage, but by golly, he bounced off of there and he was off.
2 tight ends set. We're going to have a problem on the snap. Play blown dead. Usually that goes against the offense. Wow, Jim. Tigers looked like they had everything going their way. They had them tied up in the first half, and on that 3rd and 11, the quarterback scramble for 24 yards and a first down. Now, which led to the field goal. Now Delta Liberty with a great hit on the kickoff, but Delta comes up with a little trickery of their own, and they get the ball down in Tiger territory. Ball now out to 25 after the penalty.
Thinking back on that play that he popped for such a long gainer, Spike, the Tiger defense was all on the line of scrimmage right there. You looked across the field and they were all up there. Once he popped through there, he had plenty of running room.
All right, the fans for the Tigers come alive. Nothing doing there.
Get up foot.
Yep, right back to the 25, and that's it. Hey, quickly, I'll get some defensive the tackles here for the Tigers. We've got leading the way. We had Tate Slee, Casey Bodenbender, and Jordan Espinoza with 6. We had Denham Foote. Denham stepping up his game tonight, along with Brian Babcock and Seth Weekers with 5 tackles. Perchlik with 4 tackles. Carpenter with 3. And then Hesterman, Moeller, and Smith all with 2. Moeller a fumble recovery, and then Bobby Black and Babcock with 1. All right, deep pitch. Hit right there by Jakes, and he's going to be knocked down short of the original line of scrimmage. We'll give him about 3 on the play. Great hustle. Great coverage out there by the Tiger pursuit.
Yep, that was a good fill there on the secondary. Kyle Hesterman had a pretty good block put on him there, closer to the center of the field where the snap was. But no hold call, but man, it looked like Kyle was really wrapped in the battle there.
Yes, oh yes. Well, I'll tell you, Delta brings to the table, you know they're going to bring good line play, good interior offense and defense both. Now we've got an official's timeout. While we get this thing reset, Delta now, the end result, they've got a 3rd down and 13. The ball is on the 23-yard line of Liberty Center. They need to get down to about the 10 for a first down. 4 down territory, of course. Now drops back. Has time now under pressure, has to lob it out there. And upcoming from deep in the secondary, Casey Bodenbender saves the day for Liberty.
Delta receiver says, hey, where's the call on that? But I'm sorry, the ball got there just ahead of Casey, but Casey jarred him hard enough there was going to be no reception.
Yep.
And that quarterback couldn't really step into it because of the excellent pressure.
Absolutely. Good call, Jimmy Boy. Now that brings up 4th and 13. The Tiger defense called upon one more time to hold. Delta, I believe, a little too far out for the field goal attempt. The ball resting at the 23. That'd make it a 40-yarder.
Yeah, based on the strength of his leg last time, I don't think he's got that in his game.
All right, now Delta coming out in a rather tight formation, wing back right. Now dropping back, short drop, throws underneath the coverage, and a big open field, and again by Bodenbender.
LP short, that's going to be a stop by the Tiger defense, so they came up big on 4th down. Delta going for it, zipped a pretty good pass out there, but the pass wasn't deep enough in and of itself, and the Tiger defense are right there to get her snuffed.
Yeah, Tigers stop them 4 yards short. Jimmy, you don't see it any better on Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Casey Bodenbender took him out at the shin, and baby, he was down right now.
You know, go back to Kyle Hesterman running that guy down. I mean, you know, that's a back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Hesterman's an end, but Hesterman says, I think I can get him, and he kept gaining on him.
Jimmy, that's desire. That's Tiger hustle.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Tigers with the ball. They lead 15-9, 4 1/4 to go in the 3rd period. Here is the give to Babcock. Babcock weaving and working his way up behind the block of Carpenter, leading the way as a guard. And a gain up to around the 20-yard line. We're going to give him 5 on the play, probably 6 yards.
Yep, Carpenter and Slee out there as backs making some blocks and good yards there.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's big. You know, now you've got a narrow 6-point lead, I might add. You've just made a great defensive hold in the red zone area. Now you've got to move the ball a few times, at least a few times, to get out of this end.
Yep, exactly.
All right, double running back set. Wing in motion to the far side. Smith, here's Babcock. Calls his own number again on a keeper, advances the ball up to about the 24, and that's very close to a 1st down. We're going to get an official's timeout for a measurement. All right, the chain gang again called here. I believe the Tigers, it look like they're going to be short.
Well, at any rate, officials timeout for a measurement gives them time to catch their breath a little bit and get a play figured. You know, like that should be well usable time. You know, to put a wrinkle in if you want to.
Yeah, Andy Miller, the yard marker on the backside, and that unnamed, unknown man up front. Well, they're short about just less than a foot. That looked like they were a little short, but Tigers in a good position. I'd take a 3rd and a foot to go every time. All right, Tigers now as they pop out of there with this 3rd and very short situation. We've got Huffman, the guard on the left, Carpenter, guard on the right, Hesterman, tackle on the left. And, okay, here's Smith in motion, give off the right side, a lot of running room. It's a Tiger 1st down, up across the 30-yard line.
Yes, sir, execution there. That line just created a nice slot there, and that's all it took. And he delivered a lot more than the 1 foot that was necessary.
I'm going to assume that was Slee.
Fullback Tate Slee.
Gain of 8 on the play. You know, and Slee is a shrimp. He's got no size, Jim. The man is too little to be a fullback. Look what he does. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 32. Give to Smith around the right side. Delta out there quickly to hone that in, but they've been susceptible to those runs underneath.
Yep.
Once again, I'm going to go back to what I just mentioned about Tate Slee. He's a good man for his size, Jim. He's just too small. He's too small to be a fullback.
That man's tough, though. Gee, he's tough.
Okay, 2nd down, and now the Tigers with a longer situation. Will Delta gamble a little bit here, maybe try to force the issue, run some kind of a blitz package?
Yep, I think you can expect them to gamble a little here, Spike.
Smith in motion. Now they give to Babcock on a little cross swing. He gets up across the 35 to the 36. Gain of a couple, but the Tigers will be facing third down, and we'll call it 6 yards to go.
Yeah, quite a chess match here between the offensive coaching staff of the Tigers and the Delta's defense there, Spike. You know, they're, well, this is what they normally do, and this is what their proclivity to do something else.
Jimmy, that's a five and dime word there, buddy. Proclivity. I love it. All right, 1:55, third quarter. Clock running down fast here in the third period. Tigers with the 3rd and 6. They show the standard wing set left. Here is the give. No. Ouch! Not a give. Babcock kept it, and that time from the opposite side. The Panthers gambled. They blitzed. They caught him, and the Tigers now will be facing a 4th, and we'll call it 11 yards to go.
Yeah, that was a good gamble by Delta. Put him right back there where the quarterback was, you know, kind of moving the ball around a little bit. And I think Tigers are lucky he hung on to that.
Yeah. Oh,
Boy,
yeah, you're right.
boy.
Good point. And there again, just like you alluded to, a chess match. Now the Tigers, 2 gunners, Smith and Bodenbender on the far side. Punt high, wobbler. That is going to come down at the 38, looking for running room. Casey Bodenbender there to slow him down.
Casey Bodenbender on the stop there.
Yep.
Also help from, who's getting up there? Moeller. Jason Moeller,
Jason
82.
Moeller there also. So the Panthers are going to have good field position. They're going to have it at their own 44. 1:02 to go, third period. Tigers lead it 15-9.
Spike outside of them popping that one play, though, they haven't had any offense this second half, and we just about burned the quarter already.
Yeah.
I mean, Delta has not moved the ball
Yep.
outside of that one pop there. Then they got down the red zone, but the Tiger defense stiffened right up.
Okay, Tiger fans coming alive again with that hit cheer. Okay, wide out to either side. Here, man in motion, takes the handoff. They've got him belly deep. They're going to throw deep. Oh, no.
No, that's coming back, Spike.
Well, let's hope it comes back
It's coming
because
back.
that time, oh, my.
Yeah,
A little halfback option.
I'm telling you, Jason Moeller got tackled back here. He almost made the play as it was, but I saw that, and as I was looking at it, out come the yellow hanky. So that particular yellow hanky laying at the 39-yard line, we gotta love that one.
Steak and rotten, no good yellow flag.
Oh no, it's a beautiful, it's a thing of beauty right now.
Oh, boy. Well, you got to believe old Donnie smiling on that one, and John sitting right beside him there as they
I'll tell you, I like to
enjoy
saw
a
the
cold
expression
beverage.
on Jason Moeller's face because he knew he was held. And he got up and he was hoping the ref knew he was held. The ref saw it,
Oh,
he got
boy.
tackled actually, so it come all the way back.
Well, what a call by the Delta Panthers brain trust, but it comes back. Now, we go back to reality. Delta will be faced now with a first down, but the ball spotted at their own 29. They have to get to the Liberty Center 45 for a first down.
How about that defensive end position? The Tiger defensive ends have come up big tonight, either side of them.
Yep. All right, give up the middle.
Nothing doing.
Tigers all over that Denham foot in there.
Yep, big number 70.
Carpenter may have made one of the initial hits on the play. We'll see if we can sort out another Tiger getting up.
Yeah, 25, Tate Lee in there too.
Denham foot, I think, took the
Seth
brunt of that
Winkler's
one
taken
along.
out.
Yep.
You know, thinking of that last play there, it was Jason Moeller's intense pressure that caused that blocker to have to tackle him to keep him from making the pass because he almost
Excellent
made the
point.
play anyway.
Yes.
So that's all Jason Moeller. Give him a lot of credit on that.
Yep.
And the refs saw that struggle.
All right, second down, 24 yards to go. Man in motion, bellying deep. They fake the pitch. They just barely get the handoff, but a twisting, battling, driving Vickers, Foot and Babcock will get credit for that shoestring tackle. The Tigers polish him off at the 40, but the big thing here, the Tigers bending, but not breaking,
Yeah,
and that's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Let him have some of those yards back, but it's still a half mile there yet. 3rd and 15, I think.
Yep, we're going to check out of the third quarter. Tigers lead it with the only score this quarter, 15-9. It'll be Liberty Center coming back with Delta with the ball, 3rd and 15 to start the fourth period.
Here.
All right, Babcock is an umbrella back, 3rd and 15. Panthers with the ball on their own 40. A little play action fake. They throw deep. They got a man out there. And a great defensive job. I believe that was Brian Babcock from the other way coming across.
Okay, 2 Babcocks and also Paul Smith out there, and quarterback Brian Babcock had his hands on that ball, so that pass is covered. Almost a pick right there, Spike.
The ball was on the money. Babcock makes a tremendous play.
Yeah.
Jimmy, for that fleeting second, I thought was caught.
Yeah,
but
but
the Tiger defense reacted.
What you got to love is that there were 3 Tigers on that play. So that's kind of odds you like on a home run ball there. You want plenty of good DBs back there.
All right. Now the Tigers put Hill out here and Bodenbender on the gunner on this side. Tiger trying to hold him up. They do a good job there. High floating punt. That's going to head for the sideline and go out of bounds at the 30. So the Panthers with only a 30-yard net punt here.
Yeah, that was not a punt that he'd like to make given his opportunity there. There's no chance for a fumble or anything good to happen for the Panthers. He just kind of shanked that even if it was a 30-yarder.
Yeah.
And so be it. Tigers will have good, decent field position and ready to roll some more.
Well, you know, and I think they are not going to get beat by Liberty Center on a punt or a kickoff. It was Smith last year who burned them for 85 yards.
That's true. They
down to the 5 after Kamick ran for 50.
I do remember that.
All right.
And there was a lot of mutual respect pass back and forth there between those 2 backs.
All right, double wing package. Bodenbender spread wide to the far side. Slee the lone setback. Babcock in motion. Give to Slee. Slee fights and battles through a hard hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Delta
linebacker
gambling.
right there.
Yep. They gambled, hit a hole, and that's where Slee was. So no gain on the play. 11:32 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Okay, big play coming up for the Tigers. 2nd down and 10. They need to get up a nice chunk of yardage here to make that 3rd down conversion a little easier. They got the ball on their own 29. 11:09 and they get left in the game. Smith in motion. Here's the pitch to Smith. Outside behind a block of Babcock trying to turn the corner, and the Panthers running down at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, the key to the Panthers' defense on that was to keep stringing it laterally, Spike. They couldn't get up there to make the hit quite. Boy, they had enough jerseys up there.
Yep.
Brett Babcock could block one of them, but he couldn't take a whole host of them out. And so there you go. Delta had an answer for that.
All right, now perhaps Delta is in that over-pursuing mood. They may be just about ready to be bit by a little reverse action, maybe a middle screen.
Yeah, Spike, I'm kind of liking that thinking. That's when that's most effective, when you got them leaning toward the fake and come back the other way.
All right, now the Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. The stand wing right set. And now we're going to have too much time against the Tigers.
Yep, that's what the call is. Boy, that didn't seem like that play took a long time to get off, Spike, but you're allowed so many seconds, and
apparently we just took too many.
Yeah, he's back there. He's back there keeping time. That's what he does.
3rd and 15. Every yard important now in the game of field position. We've got Smith over here. Delta, I believe that's Coach Vickers up there striding toward the 40-yard line. He doesn't look too happy. I don't think he liked the defense that Delta was in.
Yeah.
So they burn a very valuable timeout. Hey, let's get our spell on you people. These people, it wouldn't be for these guys, we wouldn't be on. All right, quickly. Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry, the Tiger Shop, Bob and Julie Shaddy, the Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff and Todd Spangler, KK Collision with Kyle Kern, Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt, Swanton Welding with the Zeiders, the Dugout, Steve and Catherine Parasini, Hill Asphalt Paving with Patty and Randy Hill, also Truckers Paradise, Lynn and Jerry Ripke, the Sky Bank in Liberty Center, Pizzonello's Pizza with Craig and Sherry Myers, also Speece Trailer Court with Rick Speece, B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking, Norma Miller, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating, Bill Tiplady, Dan and Francis Brown, Davis Farm Services with Karen, Kurt, Kelly, Todd for their son, grandson, and nephew Casey Bodenbender, the Liberty Consulting Group with Mark and Jody Bly, Schaefer Truck and RV Sales with Terry and Todd Schaefer, Miller Brother Trucking with Skip Miller, Eon Industries, Judy Leininger and Dawn Bender, Mitchell Farm Equipment, Tom, Pat, Barb, Mike Mitchell, Meyer, Badenhop Insurance, Glenn, Bob, and Marge, Ken and Robin Carpenter, the Liberty Carryout, Tim Bowen Water Hauling Service, and John Slagle in the memory of good old Donnie Sharp. Third down, Babcock drops back to throw, has time, throws deep to Bodenbender down the sideline. Bodenbender a catch, what a grab and traffic, gets it Bodenbender in midfield. It's a grab, it's a reception, it's a Tiger first down.
I don't believe Delta can believe that. That was right in front of their sideline. The coach is there jumping up and down practically, and yet the defenders had Bodenbender sandwiched, and yet he still just jumped up and
Jimmy,
made
he
it
might have
away.
been sandwiched, but he was the white. He was the white in that Oreo cookie. What a grab by Bodenbender.
Oh,
what
man.
Concentration. Now
Absolutely.
Smith in motion. They give off the right side. Slee barreling his way ahead inside the 45 down to the 44.
Wow. 3rd and 15, and
Boy, Jim,
good
what
pass
a
there, connects
conversion.
for just what it needed to do. Going to be able to work the clock here and steady drive toward the goal line.
Jimmy, that is a senior play. Casey Bodenbender had to come up with a big play. Like you said, he was sandwiched.
Oh, they had him covered.
All right.
It's as if they were sure they had him covered to where, well, you got it, I got it, you know, whatever. Here comes the ball, and Casey, hey, I got it.
All right, Smith in motion, going left. It's straight ahead, Slee. Slee powers his way right up into the heart of the Delta defense. Down to the 39, and a gain of 4 on the play. All right, now a ball at the 39. Tigers probably in 4-down territory.
That's what I was thinking there, Spike. Going to be working clock and working yardage.
All right, 3rd and 2, 8:55 in the 4th quarter. Tigers lead at 15-9. We've got Smith to this side. We've got Bodenbender tight end this way. Here's a give to Slee, right side. Barrels his way, breaks a tackle. Just stays on his feet, spins and drives, powers his way down inside the 20-yard line. Another sterling run by Tate Slee.
Delta had 3 shots at him there, Spike. They met him, and they
That's
didn't.
right, Marty Weimer.
They didn't wrap up. He just blew him out of the way and kept right on driving.
19-yard gain, and Delta uses another timeout. 8:42 to go. The Panthers down to 1 timeout, and the Tigers are on the march. We'll be back after the timeout. All right, now the Tigers after the timeout. Delta's last timeout, I believe, or maybe or do they have 1 left? All right, 1 left. Landis Burmeister informs us. Tigers 1st and 10. Here's Smith in motion this way. Give to the workhorse. Slee breaks through the line of scrimmage, battling down just inside the 10-yard line, and that may be another 1st down.
Yep. Tate Slee just plain getting it done there, Spike, but that a previous carry of his where there was plenty of contact at the line of scrimmage. Delta's line of scrimmage. He broke through that, and then 3 different Delta backs, linebackers,
Jimmy,
and secondary
right.
back piled into him, thought, we got him. They didn't do a job of wrapping him up. He exploded through that and just moved the whole pile. 19-yard gain, I think.
Yep. Well, people have a name for people like Tate Slee. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, inside the 10-yard line. Oh, Babcock finds the seam, heads for the end zone.
He did.
He's in! He's in! A quarterback keeper 9 yards away. He delivers the goods. Gets in the end zone. It's another Tiger touchdown. Another Tiger touchdown. Tigers up by a dozen.
Oh, that was just a sweet play, probably, of him having an audible. There wasn't a man lined up over there between the guard center on his right side, I think, and he thought, hey, that's me. And he made it good.
All right, 21-9, a 12-point lead. Tigers in this case are going to go for the sure point. 8:11 to go. Good snap, good hold, kick up, drives. I believe it hit the upright and bounces off. So the score stands now at, again, 21-9 Liberty Center. 8:11 left in the ball game. Okay, now the Tigers finally have an advantage in the scoreboard. It's going to take more than one score to beat them, and up until that point, Jim,
Yeah.
Liberty was owned in the first half.
Oh, yeah, but those statistics totally got turned around to the Tigers this whole second half. There's a bobble.
Uh-oh, I believe the Panthers may have fallen on that at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, but what a difference a quarter or even a half makes. And, you know, Tigers were pretty fortunate to get out of that first quarter, only giving up 6 points. Delta down in the red zone there a couple times, and Tiger defense coming up big when it had to.
Yep.
But, man, this second half, those statistics, I don't know if Delta's got many first downs at all, Spike.
Now, each team had 3 in the first half, and I don't think Panthers with more than 1 or 2 here in the second half.
Right.
All right, Joe Spicer, 69 on the special team. Solid player there all year for Liberty. Now the Panthers, they're in trouble in the timeout column. Landis informed us, of course, they've got 1 left and content to run the ball on first down. The clock is at a point where Delta has to score, and they've got to do it relatively quick, Jim.
Yep, they do. As was mentioned several times, they've got to win here if they think they want any part of postseason play. And I would think Vickers would be pulling some plays out that we hadn't seen yet.
Yeah. Well, and while I'm a huge proponent of the running game, I will back the running game to the hilt. You do have to have that capability to be able to put it in the air. You've got to use the pass play at least a dozen times a game, and that's something that Delta just is not that well versed in. Now the Tigers all over that one. Perchlet, number 78 in there. Honaki, 77 in on that. Bobby Black comes from down inside. There was Babcock in there.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the thinking there of the Delta brain trust over there, Spike. I mean, they need points, as you say, and man, you can waste it down once in a while here, but it's 3rd and 7 all of a sudden.
Yep, 1 score down. Denham Foot also in on that sucker. Tigers go with a little bit different defense now. Babcock in there, Brett. He'll assume an outside linebacker spot. They go with the wide pitch. Here comes Jiggs, knocks out some of the interference. It's going to be a Delta first down, but a hard-fought first down.
Brian Babcock on the initial contact over there pretty well had him stopped, and then some more Tigers over there driving him out of bounds.
Yep. Well, if I'm Liberty Center, I'm loving the fact that Delta is content to keep the ball on the ground here. I mean, yeah, they want to break that big one, but the Tiger defense, as tough as it is against the rush.
Yeah.
77, Honaki comes off, replaced by 78, Perchlik. Perchlik on the inside. We've got Hesterman, the tight end over here. Now back to throw. Has time, lobs it out there, and that's going to be picked up by Brett Babcock. Whoa!
Yeah.
What a Willie Mays over the shoulder catch!
I know, but I think they roughed the quarterback a little bit after the pass. I was watching that pressure there, and well, he might have got there, or at least according to the striped shirts, just a little late.
Well, that's going to wave off, or
you know, that's always such a hard thing to define, Spike. I mean, you got people struggling and rushing and trying to get there, and the quarterback wants to stand there and let that play mature before he pulls the trigger and makes a pass, and there you have it. You know, once in a while, something happens.
all right. Now, that personal foul will put the ball down into Liberty Center territory.
Yeah, that sets him up big.
Yep. Still 6:23 to go, and in most coaching circles, that's enough time for Delta. All right, Smith now comes out wide on defense. Panthers with a wing-back package to the left. 2 setbacks, deep pitch. That ball's messed up. That ball's loose.
Tiger ball.
There was
Tiger
nobody
ball.
there for that pitch, and the Tigers do come up with it. Let's see who comes out of there.
Tiger ball.
Brett Babcock, there he is, Mr. Tiger.
Yeah, that ball was bouncing around a lot of feet, but I saw a black jersey just cradle around that ball. I knew it was Tiger ball. But
Well-
Brett Babcock, how about that for a game coming back, really making an impact?
That man
here, Spike.
decided it was supposed to be Liberty Center football on successive plays, an interception, and then a fumble recovery. 6:19 to go. Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. with the football on their own 43. They lead 21-9, 1st and 10. Smith in motion this way, gives straight ahead to Slee. Slee worming and twisting his way up across the 45 up to the 47. It'll be a gain of 4. Well, now Liberty Center, Jim, you know they're going to try to grind it out. Dell, on the other hand, they know they have to get it and get it quick.
Yeah.
So this may be the time for that little misdirection stuff.
Yep, I think anything the Tiger offense wants to pull now just about might work. And I am totally and completely amazed at how these Tigers got it done here the second half.
Oh,
I do not
tremendous.
think Deltas has got more than a first down or 2.
All right, Smith in motion. They're going to keep it pretty plain. That's all they need. And look at that man drive.
Yeah, nobody
What
wants
a
to
job
tackle him.
there. Casey Bodenbender had his man kicked out about 5 yards downfield. Slee simply cut inside of that and burrowed his way down to the 42. So again, let's see. We'll call it 11, maybe 12 yards on the play. So the Tigers in Delta territory. 5:26 clock running. Tigers take their time coming to the line of scrimmage. Bobby Black the center. We've got Miller the guard on the left and Carpenter the guard on the right. Tackle Espinoza left. Hesterman right. Smith in motion. Gives straight ahead. Slee met right there. And that's the kind of things that Delta has to try to do. They've got to guess. They've got to shoot the gaps. That time they finally caught Liberty. It'll be a 3-yard loss. 2nd down and 13.
Yeah, Delta had a good defensive play called right there, Spike. But pretty much Tiger offensive line has been able to have their way
Yep.
with the Panthers there.
At some point, you know, I mentioned the misdirection stuff, and we're not going to do that unless we just have to. But don't count that out, because one more first down, and that is really going to put the hurst to the Panthers. All right, we've got Slee on the left, Brett Babcock on the right, and Smith the wing over here. Bodenbender tight end right, Moeller tight end left. Give to Slee. Slee met right at the line of the scrimmage. Panthers shooting everything now, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Delta with only 1 timeout, and they're down 2 scores, so they have to use that judiciously. So the clock definitely on the side of Liberty Center, running at 4:13.
You got a Delta roster here?
Oh, yeah.
Who's 14? Matt Mason.
Okay, 3:51. Tigers have it. Smith in motion the other way, dropping back, quick drop over the middle, and a nice defensive play. Casey Bodenbender had position on his man, number 15 from the other team, Delta. I believe it, no, 85. Regardless, got the left hand in there, got his hand on the pass. However, if we run it back on tape, I believe we might see where that right hand was wrapped around his waist, and that's interference.
I kind of think he might have been hassled with a little illegally there, but puts Tigers in a punting situation with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
Panthers have a man back at the 20-yard line. Punt from the 45. High kick, takes a Tiger bounce. They try to pick it up, and Casey Bodenbender over to that. Tate Slee delivers the crushing blow, and he's down right there. So, in essence, Tigers with the...
great coverage there, and we've seen that a couple times tonight where Bodenbender's got down there and put the crunch on. Bobby Black gets some air under the ball, out of hang time, and by golly, Casey gets down there and he can make a sure open field tackle, Spike.
Yeah, you know, Casey has a lot of him in stuff that some of the other Tigers like Slee and Babcock and Smith and Hesterman and Denham Foot. Jordan Espinoza. In fact, if you start running down through there, Tigers bottle that thing up right away. We got a bunch of mean guys on this football team. I believe they've been dubbed the Roughnecks, and I believe every bit of it. All right, Delta content to run the ball like they're only down 1 score. 3:18 to go, clock running, and Tigers continuing to play stellar defense. Espinoza now the tackle on the right side. Denham put the tackle on the left. Hesterman defensive end on this side. Moeller defensive end over there. Tigers with 3 linebackers up close. Drop back under pressure. Throws out there. Smith intercepts. Tackled at the 40-yard line.
Oh, they had some real heat back there in the quarterback, Jordan Espinoza, and also Tate Slee back there banging pretty hard on quarterback. He wasn't able to get into it. Spike, we're kind of seeing why they prefer to run the football.
Hey.
Their passing
Oh,
game,
yeah.
he just doesn't have the arm strength to maybe do what he wants to do. But
Now-
give credit to the Tiger rushers.
Look at that defense. Now, I'm telling you, of course, that's the offense on the field now. But it would not be fair to pick out any one man. But I'm telling you, this Espinoza, Mr. Jordan Espinoza, mind you, number 59,
Yeah.
has been playing like a man possessed this entire second half of the season.
Yeah.
A great job tonight,
They're
just
all
for
good.
one there.
Hesterman making
Oh,
an excellent
boy.
rush from his point of view, being blocked.
All right, here's the give to Slee. Slee cuts it up inside, down to the 35-yard line. We got a very late flag. I'm sure somebody, like you like to mention, not inviting somebody else to Sunday school.
Against the Tigers there.
A personal foul.
Yeah.
Flag came out after the stop was made. At this point, Jim, pretty much immaterial. Tigers with the football, a 12-point lead. And the Panthers with only one timeout, 2:48 left on the clock.
Yeah, no question the Tigers are in charge, but, you want to see them maintain the discipline of what it takes. You
Yep,
know,
good
they
point.
just want to stay sharp and finish it out here.
Yep. Well, of course, you can never count it over until it's over because there's so many things that could happen. It could be, the band out doing head trappers
Yeah.
down there in the end zone.
Yeah, well, they're celebrating, and rightly so. It's a great band. It's a great football team. It's a great program.
All right. Give off to Babcock, cuts it outside, finding a couple of great blocks, slips a tackle. He's in the open field, turning it on the Jets at the 20, the 10, the 5. That's another Tiger touchdown! Another Tiger touchdown! Uh-oh, we've got a flag back at the 10-yard line. Nevertheless, Mr. Tiger Babcock turned it on, broke through the line of scrimmage, 2 or 3 big hits, cut across the grain to the near sideline into the end zone. But we'll wait and see. We've got a bad block at around the inside the 10-yard line. Nevertheless, the Tigers in great field position.
Yeah, Spike, that was some of that inside handoff reverse kind of thing, and it caught him by surprise. Great run, as you say. Casey Bodenbender threw a block down there, and I think was flagged for it. And I don't know, looked like a pretty good block from him, but was kind of unnecessary because the play was already past him, and that's the kind of thing that drives everybody nuts. But he had a beat on his eye, and he wanted to go ahead and deliver the block, and well,
I'll tell you what, let's go back to the inception of that play. Brett cut through the line of scrimmage. He had some great blocks out there. Paul Smith kicked his man out. Somebody made a great check block to kick his man in, and then Babcock had a lot of room. Great point of attack at the point of the line of scrimmage by the line. And
but
Babcock,
that was a misdirection.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
You saw how they had the backs going one way, and then he come around the other way.
Yep, and that's just a thing that sometimes you have to throw in there to keep that defense honest. So with the timeout, 21-9 Liberty Center, 2:17 to go. And the Tigers marching ever closer to that home playoff berth here coming up in a few weeks. Well, Jimmy, I didn't see the block. I had too much fun calling Brett Babcock's wishing, swirling, dervish type of run. All right, Smith in motion. They're going to give it to Babcock again. Babcock cuts inside, tries to find a little running room. Good Delta job fighting off the block and making the tackle. We're going to give him a gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 10. The ball at the Delta 18.
Well, clock all in Tigers' favor now. It's under 2 minutes. Tigers down there in the red zone. Got plenty of downs yet to work on it. So Tigers are going to put this in the win column, Spike, and boy, they earned it.
Oh, boy.
I mean, they got tough in the end of the first quarter there when they had to keep Delta from going up 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And boy, from then on, they were in the game, and the second half has been all Tigers.
All right, they come to the line of scrimmage. There they go again. The scantily clad dressed men in, tan color. All right, give to Slee. Slee off the right side. No, it's not. It's Babcock on a keeper. Babcock down inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. short of a first down, but it'll be 3rd and short.
That was nice ball handling by Babcock there. Had most everybody fooled on that, Spike.
All right, somebody get the name of those bandits.
They got to run to keep warm tonight, Spike.
All right, 1:20 to go. 3rd and 2. Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. Well, now of course they're going to try to play within themselves now. They're going to come out with a standard wing right set. Smith in motion. Babcock on a keeper, heading for the end zone, breaks a tackle, and it's a Tiger touchdown! Brian Babcock, relentless tonight on those keeper plays. Jimmy, I've never seen a quarterback run so many keeper draw plays. Probably go back all the way to Jerry Crew days in the mid-'60s.
Well, there's been some quarterbacks that like to tote the mail there over the years, but none of them any better or stronger at it than what we're seeing right now. He sees little room and he brings it.
I think Brian, a little bit of him may have wanted to have been a fullback all his life. The kid definitely big enough, strong enough, fast enough. All right, into the end zone. Tigers now putting a lid onto this. Low snap, good grab, set down, good kick, drives through. Bobby Black converts. So the Tigers go up 28-9. This second half, Jim, as we've seen so many times this year, again, all Liberty Center.
Yeah, thinking back a little earlier there, Wasion had all kinds of statistics against the Tigers, and they got out of there, I think, the Tigers with only running 10 or 12 plays in the whole first half.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But the defense was able to keep it close. It was only 6-0, and then they came out and they showed them what it took or how to get it done, and they went ahead and did it. Ditto tonight. I mean, the Tigers could have been in a 2-touchdown hole with all the momentum heaping on the back of the Panthers. Could have been different. But Tigers were tough when they needed to be, and then they got their act together.
Excellent point. All right, as we wind things down now, this last minute and 16 seconds, I think we'll do a little bit of our post game right now. Next week, Tigers will travel to Archibald to take on Blue Streak with only 1 win on the season, 1 taken away from
they had
an illegal player of some sort. I don't know the
particulars on that.
Ins and abouts about that.
Well,
but,
it was a transfer that really wasn't eligible, and they didn't know that. In other words, he hadn't taken enough courses to be eligible, and they were unaware of that. I mean, they run a quality program over there, and as soon as they uncovered that mistake, well, they had to say, no, we can't allow that victory.
All right, kickoff. End over end. That's going to come down at around the 17-yard line. Panthers return right.
Boy, good tackle over there. Who's getting up? Who is he? 15, Casey Bodenbender.
Yep, I couldn't tell from here. I didn't see who got him.
Landis Burmeister spotted that. But Casey's all over the field tonight having a whale of a ball game. And, another senior. There's a lot of them. My goodness, Spike, I believe we've got about 17 seniors that are having their last regular season home game here for the Tigers tonight. They were honored before the game, and Landis has got that on tape.
Denham Fort right there to eat that baby up, Smackarino in the
Also,
backfield.
Jason Moeller, a piece of him.
All right, Tigers now Spicer into the game, number 69. Andrew Hill, number 20, good special teams player. Andrew had a really great play down here on a punt when he and another guy double-teamed one of the gunners. And that guy never got downfield. The Panthers never really got any kind of a return.
Andrew Hill?
Oh, yeah. Andrew, a good job. Sure, that great catch in the end zone here really does a nice job for the Tigers special teams and all over. All right, they run up the middle. Reitman in on defense. Sager, number 23, in there. Purdue, number 9. 77, Honaki. Quigley, number 88, defensive end. There's a football player of the future. Tigers swarming all over that. 85, Jamie Kuzer in there. And that's going to wrap it up here from Tiger Stadium, the most beautiful venue in Northwest Ohio, according to the Friday morning prognosticators on one of the local radio stations.
Well, you
he
know,
says just one beautiful place to watch a football game.
And a piece of that action is that flag and flagpole there, Spike. You tell me any stadium that you've been to that's got a nicer flagpole and flag with the trees and the goalpost kind of in a line and a well cared for and manicured field. Wouldn't this be the perfect spot to host a Division VI playoff game in a couple weeks?
Oh boy, I think so, Jimmy.
Let's just have that. Tigers took care of business tonight. They got it done.
Okay, well, everybody out shaking hands. We'll wrap her up here from Liberty Center. Tigers win it 28-9 over the Delta Panthers. A game Delta Panther team. They led at half 9-7. Had a chance to break that thing open on that little. Yeah, and then again in the third quarter on that big play that Hesterman ran him down. That definitely one of the big keys.
Oh man.
So, on that note, Jimmy, I think that's all we need to do now. Tigers record moves to 8-1, Panthers at 5-4. Liberty travels again, like we said, to Archbold next week to put the lid on the regular season. So with that note, as we say goodnight to a happy Tiger squad, a bunch of happy Tiger fans as they file out. Tigers win it 28-9. So for my man on the video cam, the always effervescent Landis Utopia Burmeister, and my sidekick of many years, Jimmy Leatherman, Tigers win it 28-9. We'll be back next week. So good night, good Tiger sports.